What's up everybody, a new year is upon us, and with it comes another 12 months of brand new Overwatch content. 2021 could be a big year for Overwatch, as it may very well be seeing the launch of the highly anticipated Overwatch 2. But one of the first big things we have to look forward to is the 2021 Lunar New Year event. So in today's video, I'll be discussing when we can expect this upcoming event to actually start, which heroes are likely to be getting new skins, alongside what all other new cosmetics and game modes we have to look forward to with this year's event. This is Master EN Gamer. Real quick, I'd like to remind you to subscribe and set off that bell icon if you enjoy this video, and consider hitting that join button down below to become a channel member and earn some cool rewards. But now, let's get on to Lunar New Year 2021. As always, let's start with the start date. Despite being based on a real-world holiday, the Lunar New Year event dates are actually a bit trickier to pin down than those of Halloween or Christmas. The reason for this is that the real-world Lunar New Year holiday dates change substantially from year to year. Being based on the lunar calendar as opposed to the Gregorian calendar, which is what's standardly used by most Western societies, the actual Lunar New Year can take place anytime between January 21st and February 20th. And historically, we've seen Blizzard vastly change the dates of the corresponding Overwatch event in order to match whenever it's taking place in the real world in any given year. Therefore, in order to figure out the dates for 2021, we gotta find out when the real world Lunar New Year is gonna drop. Well, according to our imminent corporate overlord Google, the 2021 Lunar New Year will take place on Friday, February 12th. Great, this is a good starting point, but what exactly does it mean for the corresponding Overwatch event and its dates? Well, in order to make a calculation of when the event will start this year, we need to examine past years and see how Blizzard handled things. Last year, the event started 9 days prior to the real-world holiday. In 2019, it started 12 days before. In 2018, it was 8 days before. And in 2017, it was only 4 days. If we take the averages of all these past event dates, we find that the event, on average, starts about 8 days prior to the real-world Lunar New Year. So looking back at the calendar for 2021, this puts us at Thursday, February 4th. And this works out perfectly, as Overwatch events always start on either a Tuesday or Thursday. In fact, I'd say we can even reasonably expect it to start on either the 2nd or 4th, as both fit roughly into the time window we've historically seen Blizzard use for this particular event. Now, another thing to take note of is that the 2020 Blizzcon event, which was pushed back due to the global pandemic, will also be taking place in February and is starting on the 19th. So, assuming that the Overwatch event does start on either the 2nd or 4th of February and runs for the usual event length of 3 weeks, this will carry Lunar New Year through BlizzCon and into the week following it. Now, contrary to what some hypebeasts would have you believe, Overwatch 2 will not be launching at this upcoming BlizzCon, and at best we'll just get news on a release window, or maybe some kind of upcoming beta. So simply put, the new news we get about Overwatch 2 in February won't be immediately relevant, and thus there shouldn't be any issue with having the New Year event run during this same time. BlizzCon might distract a bit from the last week of the event, but it shouldn't be enough to make Blizzard want to change the event's dates overall. So this week here still fits as the most likely start date for this year's event. But enough about trying to pick out a hot date. Now let's check out the most important aspect of any Overwatch event, the new skins. Which heroes can we expect to be getting a new one this time around? Well, unfortunately, figuring out which heroes will be getting skins ahead of time ain't easy. However, after years of meticulous research and trend tracking, I've finally manifested the most complete and comprehensive skin prediction system in the world. I present to you the skins prediction chart from my last event video, now updated to include the skins from Winter Wonderland 2020. Pretty impressive, isn't it? This state-of-the-art chart tracks every hero, each event going as far back as the last time each hero got a loot box legendary skin, as well as a tally of all loot box legendary skins prior to that, their total number, time since the last one, number of events for which they've been in-game, and finally, a probability score based on all these stats. And most importantly, this chart only tracks loot box legendary skins, which are skins obtainable out of base or event loot boxes. Non-returning and other exclusive skins are not factored into the probability of any given hero getting something new. Alright, now that I've explained the chart, who's going to get a new legendary skin? Well, first and foremost, we've got the queen of needing a new skin, and that's Symmetra. Sim hasn't gotten a new loot box legendary since the 2018 Winter Wonderland event. More than 2 whole years she's had to wait already, and I can't help but wonder if this is just some kind of sick joke from Jeff. But regardless, she's long overdue for a new skin, so she absolutely is taking the top spot on the list of likely new skin candidates. But who else is likely to be getting one as well? Well, after Symmetra, we have Bastion and Soldier 76, both of whom have gone quite a while without a new loot box legendary, and after them comes Orisa, who has also gone quite a while without one. Now, one other interesting thing I want to note regarding Orisa is that not only is the 2021 zodiac animal the ox, but this year specifically is the year of the metal ox. This is a zodiac animal element combination which only happens once every 60 years. And what is Orisa? A metal ox, more or less. So if Blizzard doesn't take advantage of this to give Orisa some kind of ox skin for this year's event, then they will quite literally be missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So Jeff, you better make it happen. However, after these 4 heroes I've marked, there aren't really any others who particularly stand out as needing a new skin just based on these statistics. The next likely heroes would actually be Tracer and Widowmaker, but they both already have Lunar New Year legendary skins, and overall just really aren't that in need of a new skin. So next let's consider all the heroes who so far don't have either an epic or legendary skin from past Lunar New Year events, and these are Sigma, Ashe, Echo, Soldier 76, and Baptiste. Soldier is already on my list, so let's just ignore him, and given that Echo was added less than a year ago and has already gotten a decent number of event skins, I'm gonna boot her off as well. This then leaves Sigma, Ashe, and Baptiste, who I'll now add to my skins prediction chart as also being possible candidates. Now, switching over to a slightly more comprehensive graphic, these are all the heroes who have the best chance of getting a new skin during the 2021 Lunar New Year event. For those heroes who have neither an epic or legendary skin for this event, I marked them as also possibly being able to get an epic this time around, but for those who already got epic skins in the past, I marked them as being more likely to get a legendary. Now keep in mind, it isn't guaranteed that all or any of these heroes will be the ones who end up getting something, but these are the ones who statistically have the best odds of getting something new. Beyond just who is likely to get skins though, based on past events, we can expect a total of about 5 new legendary skins with this year's New Year's event, along with 3 new epic skins, which can be unlocked by getting 9 wins for each of the 3 weeks of the event. As a side note, the 3 epic skins from last year's event are, sadly, unlikely to return, just based on how Blizzard has historically handled weekly challenge skins. So sorry, but if you missed out on the golden hamster last year, you're probably not going to be able to get them. Aside from skins though, we can also expect a total of 3 new emotes and or highlight intros, a new spray and player icon for each of the new skins, as well as an assortment of new hero voice lines. Echo, for whom this will be her first Lunar New Year event, is also guaranteed to at least get 2 new sprays, with one of them fitting the Dragon Dance theme we've seen from previous years. Beyond cosmetics, the last main type of content we can expect is a new event game mode. Over the past year, Blizzard has been introducing new twists on existing event game modes with things like PvE challenges and even modified maps. Last year, the Lunar New Year event got Capture the Flag Blitz, which was a fast-paced variant of the regular Capture the Flag game mode. So, what new mode variant can we expect to see this year? Well, unfortunately, it's kinda hard to say. We could get yet another twist on Capture the Flag, or it could be a twist on another standard game mode like what we saw during the recent Winter event. Maybe they follow in the footsteps of Lucio Ball Remix by adding multiple flags per team and Capture the Flag, or some other kind of wacky chaotic mechanics. Maybe you can only play speedy heroes like Wrecking Ball, Tracer, or Lucio in order to just make it as fast-paced as possible. There's a lot of possibilities, and honestly, as much as we can speculate about it, I think we're really just gonna have to wait and see what they end up giving us. But that's all we got so far on Overwatch's 2021 Lunar New Year event. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit up that bell icon, and follow me on Twitter if you enjoyed this video and don't want to miss any of my future Overwatch content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Today's comment question: which heroes are you hoping to get a new skin with this year's New Year event? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.